can excel as they should do. It's just yeah, 6:30 to 8:30 in the evening isn't necessarily what you want, but anyway. Right, let's get back to the material. Okay, and I don't think I'm sharing it, am I? Am I? Yes, I am. Is that right? Sorry, I talked to myself. Yes, fabulous. Okay, so second session of managing projects, and actually our content will be done today. So we'll finish the content today. If you want any one-to-one support, it's available in the next session. Please don't tell anyone that you haven't got a face-to-face session next time. Not that you've had a face-to-face session at all, but don't, you know, just please reserve that time to ideally work on your assignment, but you know, so that you keep it as a uni day, because I think you need to protect your time with how much else you've got on. So we're going to look at the remaining 3 tasks today, and then, yeah, as I say, the next session is still an available day. So if you say, for example, particularly those of you that maybe aren't in project management, if you want to book, get in touch with me, and we can put an hour, half an hour in, and we can go whatever you know. We can work through the assignment, so you can make notes if you feel, you know, that you're not necessarily confident in getting going with this. So very, very much there to help you on this. So submission date 14th of May. It's not, it definitely is what we'd like to go for. If you can't make it, just drop me a line and tell me when you can make. So don't, you know, just be realistic. So don't put any additional pressure, because I realise there's a lot of other things going on. So, you know, just, and then I can book the marking in my diary to make sure that it's turned around very quickly for you. So what we've done so far, we've looked at, the first bit was the role of projects, and this is this idea of a project versus business as usual, and then how it fits in with the strategy. So this is just a very brief recap of the last session. And then we looked at 3 different aspects of projects in terms of the legal, organisational and ethical. And this is where I think potentially there could even be, this is where the overlap sort of almost starts in some ways. We haven't got a huge amount of words with this, we never have, so it's a case of picking up just 1 or 2 things really from each of these sections. So we've got a number of laws that we could relate to here. Organisationally, we can look at particular things that are driving the organisation, if they're imperatives that you're delivering on, for example with health and safety, if it's to do with GDPR, whatever it is that you feel is particularly relevant in your area. And then in terms of ethics as well, ethics seems to be a common thread through everything in terms of the CMI assignments. So we're looking at those 3 aspects. Then we'd got the next bit was a guide to initiating, planning and managing projects. So again, short in terms of and succinct, but we were looking at different ways in which we initiate. So these are just notes, but they allow you, it's just to sort of basically, they're all in the assessment guide, but we're looking at what we're setting out to start off with for the process for initiating projects. Working collaborative with stakeholders, we've obviously did that last time, so we could look at sort of really making that short, a lot shorter, but also looking at it from a project context rather than an organisational, so being specific to a particular project. We then looked at the process that you use in terms of risks and how they're managed, how they're identified and managed. And then we talked about data and information, and actually how they're used to inform the project and how they're collated, stored and interpreted to sort of guide you in terms of your decisions. So that very briefly, I think it's quite a sort of a broad brushed sort of thing in terms of project management, but a not particularly deep level. So it's sort of almost just being quite succinct with it. And hopefully all the words that are down here are directly from CMI, and they're actually what they're asking in terms of, they call it indicative contents, but it's the sort of things that they'd be comfortable in seeing. And we just really, the key is for us to identify how many of them we need to address in each question. And it's sort of, there is a clue in each of the titles, and I try and make it quite specific in terms of the assessment guide. So let's move on to today. Was there anything on what we've done so far that anyone's particularly stuck on in terms of the first 2 tasks? No, is it okay for you? Yeah. Okay, Good stuff. Right then, so task 3, this is where we've got to, so it specifies we need to use 3 tools and techniques. So we've got 100 words per tool or technique, and we've got a number of tools and techniques there. So what I'm going to do, I'd like you to pick one each. I'm going to sort of distribute them between you all. So let's have a, who'd like to do Gantt charts? So I want you to sort of, we're going to pick one, and then you're going to explain. I'll give you sort of 5-10 minutes to look at it, and then you're going to explain it back to us as to how you'd use it in terms of planning and managing projects. So who fancies a Gantt chart? Yay, okay. So anyone else? Because we've got quite a big group.
I will.
That's Amelia. Yeah, thank you. Okay, and then right, okay, critical path analysis.
Go on then.
Yep, I'll do that, Chloe.
Okay, so C, J, C, F, and then we had KF was flashing.
I said I'd give that one a go.
Okay.
Claire.
Yep.
Other Claire.
Other Claire, yep, got you. Katie, did you fancy it as well, or were you just saying hello?
What's that, the Gantt chart?
No, the Gantt charts. Actually, do you want to do a Gantt chart? They're quite straightforward.
I mean, that's the one that stands out to me as something that I would know about a bit, but
stay in your comfort zone, and as you, yeah, come on then. So Katie, you're doing Gantt charts as well. So critical paths, we've got 2 so far. Anyone else? We've still got loads to go at, so let's have a go. Milestone chart. Just like, sounds like different flavours of the same thing, really, don't they? No hands up. PC, you're flashing or pulsating. Can we go for you?
Well, I was gonna go for something I've never heard of.
So what are you going for?
I wanted to do the last one because I've never heard of it, and let's see what
I do like that you push yourself out your comfort zone. No wonder you're going to caves. You're like a man of danger, aren't you? Okay, so we go for work breakdown structure.
Whatever.
Who's going to join him? Yeah. Who'd like to join Paul in doing that?
Yeah, I'll join Paul. Don't worry.
Thank you.
I'll join Paul as well.
Yay, fantastic. We've got the tremendous trio there. Okay.
Never have been so many searches on the internet about that in one day.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll come up as recommended search, won't it? Because it's right. Okay, so we've got milestone chart. Who would have a go at doing that?
Yeah, I'll do it. I've not heard of any of them. So.
Yeah, Jenny, that's okay. That's brilliant. We'll start. Would anyone care to join her? Go on, Lee. Yeah, you've got a big circle around your initials. It's got your name on it. Okay. So we've got network diagram.
I'll give that one a go.
Oh,
just because I've not heard of it either, so I'll.
Yeah. Good. Okay. And then
Googling it as we speak.
Okay, brilliant. So you're all ahead of the game. This is meant to give me 5 minutes to know what day of the week it is while you're looking at this, but it sounds like you're all sorting it far faster. Project methodologies. Who's going to do that? Have we got anyone left? Henry. I haven't got a HE down by anything.
He's put something in the chat, hasn't he?
I was going to say it's because you're not there. That's what I think.
He said, I'm just on the phone to IT. I'll do work breakdown structure.
Oh, gosh, okay. Yeah, okay. So we've got 4 on work-based. We're a little over-resourced on that. That's why I'm not a good project manager, isn't it?
It's like the man cave.
If it's easier, I'll do one of the middle 3.
Can you do project methodologies?
Perfectly well.
I know you can. Well, you could do anything, couldn't you? And I didn't. That sounded a bit, but you can because it's your sort of experience, isn't it? Yeah. So that's going to work really well because there's quite a few to cover on that. So actually, if you don't mind giving us an overview, that would be lovely. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to I've shown you this before, my little box of tricks. Sometimes after the outfits, it just sound like a bit, yeah, a bit too weird. Here we go. Look, I've got a 10-minute timer. I've got a whole box of different colour timers. Isn't that exciting? I have loads of props when I'm teaching in real life. I even have Minnie and Mickey ears, but obviously in COVID, we can't even wear those, can we? They're to do with customer service. So anyway, so we've got a 10-minute timer. So I'm going to put the timer on and give you 10 minutes. Are you okay? Yeah.
I was
So
going to say, as long as we can have the last 30 seconds as the countdown clock.
yeah, I'll I don't know. My children have found out ways you can do that and it explodes on the screen and stuff. Do you think, yeah, 10 minutes, let's do it. Okay, so I'll see you in 10 minutes if you could just research. So what we're after, okay, I want an explanation of it as to how it can be used to plan and manage projects. But the key bit in here as well is that we're looking at it in different contexts, okay? Which actually, if you think about it, 100 words for each one, you're explaining how it can be used and in different contexts. So it can't be done in a lot of depth, can it? Okay, but we're just picking 3. Okay, so your time has begun. I will see you. I'll be online, but I'll just put my thing on mute and off camera, so I'm still here. Okay, all right, see you in a few minutes.